Welcome back. U.S. Senator Kevin Cramer joins us now to tell us how things are going with the Senate debates regarding the $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill. Senator, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Now, Senator, on Sunday, you were one of the 17 GOP senators that joined all of the Democrats in voting to move ahead with the debate. You're the ranking member of the Senate Environment and Public Works Subcommittee on Transportation. From what you're seeing today, are you close to producing a bill that will dedicate substantial resources to repair, maintain, and upgrade North Dakota's physical infrastructure?
Yeah, Josh, we are close to that. I think we're in the middle of the amendment process now, so we're no longer negotiating because we have a bill. It's a big bill. It's a long bill. The bill itself, the bill text, does reflect the product that was promised in the negotiations. So that was important. Scrubbing the bill, as they say, has gone very well. Now we're amending it, and people who weren't part of the initial negotiations or weren't on the committees of jurisdiction that were dealing with a lot of this are having their opportunity to improve the bill or at least offer their suggestions. There's no point in rushing that. So we're working through that right now. And it's looking pretty good. And I think that the more people hear about the bill, the more they see in the bill, I think people will get more comfortable supporting the legislation, assuming that we don't do something crazy like pass some really bad amendments. But yeah, it's looking good for North Dakota. In fact, there's at least $2 billion specifically for North Dakota's highways and bridges in this bill.
Now, a major aspect you're focusing on is environmental permitting with one federal decision provisions. Are you seeing any red flags in that language?
Yeah, really important question, because this was probably the first red flag I was looking for when the bill text came out. In our bill that we passed out of committee unanimously, we codified what was the Trump rule for one federal agency. And what that does, it takes all of the federal agencies that have a permitting nexus, and in many cases that's 4, 5, 6 agencies, and we boil it down to just one agency, and that one agency that has jurisdiction makes a determination. That's what Donald Trump meant when he wanted to shorten the time frame from 10 years to 2 years for a highway project. And he had that as a rulemaking, instituted as executive order, and then the first day of the Biden administration, President Biden repealed that. We put it in law in this bill for surface transportation projects. It survived the negotiation. It's in the bill text now. I see no way that 60 votes would overturn that. So that was one of the major permitting reform victories in this whole package.
All right, very quickly, Democrats are going to push forward with the 3.5 so-called human infrastructure bill. What is it that you're doing today that you hope to accomplish might hold the reins back on that?
Yeah, so I actually think that if we pass this $1 trillion bipartisan package that's focused solely on hard infrastructure to move goods and services, and it involves all the kinds of infrastructure, of course, besides highways and bridges, rail, airports, waterways, broadband, that takes the low-hanging fruit off of their bigger tree. And I think it makes it much more difficult to get moderate Democrats supporting their project. It also prevents them from taking the infrastructure and applying it to that $3.5 trillion, because if they did that, first of all, I don't think it'd be a $1 trillion package. I think it'd be like two more trillion, and it wouldn't have any of the permitting reforms, so the money wouldn't go as far. It would have a lot more Green New Deal sort of aspects to it. So I think by passing this bipartisan package, we actually make it more difficult to pass the $3.5 trillion Democratic wish list.
All right, Senator Cramer, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Josh.